Hello everyone, it's Fabio here and welcome back to a brand new practice. This is a great one in case you took some time off the mat and you want to come back to a yoga practice, a regular yoga practice. We'll get a nice stretch, we'll do some gentle movements to wake up those muscles. So join me when you're ready, let's get started. Today we'll begin in child's pose. Let's sit down on our heels and we're going to rest the forehead on the mat as we bring the arms beside us. We'll begin by taking a few gentle breaths in through the nose and out. And as we do that, let's make the body a little bit heavier. So relax into your hips, into your low back, in between your shoulder blades. And allow the body to soften as you bring the attention to the rise and fall of your breath. With the next breath in, we'll be stretching the arms forward if you want to add a shoulder stretch. So we're going to walk the fingertips towards the front of the mat. We'll get this good stretch. Great way to wake up the shoulders and upper back. Take again a deep breath in and exhale with control. On your next breath, we'll start with some movement. So let's come forward into tabletop, adjusting the hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. So we'll begin with some cat and cow tilts. Let's inhale together to arch the back, looking forward, and exhale to round your back, looking down towards your belly. And here we may start noticing that some areas of our spine are a bit tighter than others. So go ahead and take a few more rounds, inhaling to arch and exhaling to round. Let's go for two more. Big inhale to arch the back. Big exhale to round the spine. The next one will be the last one. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Inhale to arch the back, looking forward. And exhale, big exhale to round the spine. The next breath in, we'll come back to a neutral spine. We'll spice it up just a tiny bit by extending the right leg behind us in line with the body and left arm straight in front of us. One long breath in, one long exhale. With the next breath in, we'll try to stretch a little bit further, feeling the energy from fingertips to the back heel. And then eventually on the exhale, you have an opportunity to catch the back foot with your left hand and maybe even arching the back a little bit more. So here we'll try to stay nice and stable for a deep breath one more time. And another big long exhale to release. We'll bring the hand back down on the floor. We'll bring the foot down on the floor. And we'll stretch also the other leg, the left leg, to meet the right. Here we are coming up into plank pose, where we start to strengthen the core. Take a nice deep breath. Feel your belly activating, your shoulders supporting the pose. And with your following exhale, let's release the knees down on the mat and come down on your belly. As you take your next inhale, untuck your toes and let's start lifting the chest up into baby cobra, bringing the elbows pretty close to the body, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And if here you feel quite comfortable, then let's try to take it up a little bit higher. So press into the floor with your hands. Let's see if we can stretch those arms, maybe coming up to an upward facing dog. Deep breath in. As you exhale, we'll release the knees down on the mat and we'll shift back again into child's pose, the very first pose we did today. So come back on your heels, lower the forehead down and walk those fingertips to the front of the mat to get that good stretch in the shoulders. We'll take a moment to inhale deeply, exhale deeply. On your next breath in, one more time, we'll look forward, we'll come forward into tabletop, adjusting the hands and knees if needed, and we'll stretch the left leg behind us in line with the body to take everything to the other side. So flex your foot, stretch the right arm straight in front of you and take a deep breath. Feel the energy from fingertips to the back heel. Feel the length of your body. Eventually on your next exhale, you can try catch the foot. Maybe we'll get there, maybe not today, and that's totally okay. It's a welcome back to practice. With your following inhale, let's see if we can arch our back a little bit more, kicking that foot up towards the ceiling. And on your following exhale, we let go of that foot. We bring the hand down, the foot down on the floor. And slowly and carefully, the right leg is gonna meet the left into plank. Here, we're nice and strong. We can spread the fingers wide and root them down, connecting to the strength of the core. On your following exhale, let's lower those knees down, come down on your belly, and untuck your toes. Exactly like we did earlier, we'll be lifting the chest up, coming up into a baby cobra. And again, if here things are feeling pretty comfortable, then let's press up a little bit higher, coming up into an upward facing dog. We'll go ahead and take a deep inhale here. And we'll take a deep exhale to release the knees back down on the mat and shift back into child's pose. So sit back on your heels. This time we'll be sliding those arms beside us. And we relax the shoulders completely. Observe how the body is feeling right now. We're using the breath to keep the mind anchored to the present moment. We'll be taking one final inhale, one final exhale. Then very carefully roll your spine up. We'll sit tall on our heels and we will be resting the hands on our knees. Here, let's pause again for a second. Let's close our eyes. Simply focus on your breathing. Allow your chest and your belly to expand and release. Allow your shoulders to be heavy and relaxed. Take another deep breath in. With the following exhale, if you'd like, join the palms at the heart, prayer position, and maybe set a small intention for practice, or reconnect to your intention. We are reminding ourselves to practice with kindness, to listen to our body, and to be present. With the following exhale, bring the hands down again on your legs, open your eyes, and let's come back into our tabletop position. So we'll be walking the hands forward into our tabletop and tuck your toes under. This time we'll go into a bit of a deeper stretch for the legs, coming up into our first down dog of today. So stretch your arms, stretch your legs. See how this feels today. Maybe it's been a while, so take your time to arrive there. And if you'd like, you can also walk it out on the spot so that we can loosen up and get a good stretch into those muscles. Set a pace that you like for this gentle walk. And then we're gonna try to sink with the heels towards the floor. Relax the head completely. And let's take a few deep breaths in this position. Perhaps you can also close your eyes, turn your attention inwards, and see what comes up. We'll be taking another deep breath in here. A long and deep exhale. Then carefully again, let's shift forward into plank and lower your knees down on the mat. Untuck your toes, and here we'll be stepping the right foot right in between our hands. We'll come into a low lunge pose. So if you want, bring both hands on your thigh. Let's allow those hips to sink forward and down. And only if you feel quite comfortable here, then you can lift your chest up. You can also look up and add this good back bend to your practice. Another great option here is to stretch the arms up towards the sky. Let's see where the body is ready to go today. And on your next exhale, let's open the arms into a cactus position, bending the elbows 90 degrees. And then again, we'll stretch them up and back. Inhale. Before taking the next exhale to bring the hands down on the floor again. Tuck the back toes under. And let's step with that foot forward into a forward fold. So left foot close to the right. Once you're there, try to inhale and grow long with your spine before exhaling forward. You can also add a generous bend in your knees, drop the head completely. And as you can see here, I'm going very gentle in my hamstrings and low back. So I have this good bend in my knees, which helps releasing some of that tension from the muscles. And then only gradually we can try to straighten those legs little by little. We'll be taking a good deep breath. If you want, you can also hold on to opposite elbow and sway side to side to loosen up those back muscles. Set your own pace. With your following breath, let's relax those arms again, and we'll inhale to sink into chair pose, reaching with the arms forward. Try to keep your front ribs hugged in. If this is too much for your shoulders, of course you can bring the hands at the heart or choose any variation in between. With the following exhale, we'll come up to standing, bringing the hands at the heart, prayer position. Relax the shoulders, use these next few seconds to reconnect to your intention. As we inhale next, let's reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale to interlace the hands behind your back before taking your following forward fold. So the arms are pulling away from the back. We're diving forward with the body. We're relaxing the head all the way down as we pull the arms away and down towards the floor. Let's take 1 or 2 deep breaths. Use the following exhale to soften into your legs. Bring the hands down on the floor and take 2 big steps back, plank pose. Exhale to lower down on your belly with or without the support of the knees. And then let's go ahead and arch the back, baby cobra or upward facing dog on the inhale. We'll use the next exhale to shift back into downward dog, untucking one foot and then the other. Relax those heels towards the ground. Spread your fingers wide and root them down. And close your eyes if you wish. You can hold it there just for a couple more seconds. With the next exhale, we'll bring the knees back down on the floor, coming down into tabletop. Untuck your toes and let's take it to the other side. Left foot stepping in between the hands for low lunge. Like we did on the other side, we're allowing those hips to sink forward and down as we take this beautiful energizing lift with the chest. If things are feeling pretty comfortable here, then you also have the option of reaching the arms up and back. Take a deep inhale. Extend the arms into cactus. Let's reach the arms again, maybe a little bit further. Inhale again. And exhale to rain those fingers down on the floor. Tuck your back toes and step the foot forward. Forward fold again. And maybe this time the body is ready to take it a little bit deeper, so you can try to keep those legs straight. You can relax the head down. Give it a good shake, or take the same variation we did earlier, swaying side to side, holding on to your elbows. Our next inhale is going to take us into chair pose, arms reaching up in the diagonal, front ribs hugged in. Let's stay here to strengthen those thighs. And carefully come up to standing, hands at the heart. Slow down your breathing. Reconnect to the present moment. And now let's circle the arms up again. Inhale. And exhale to interlace them behind our back, going into our forward fold variation. Arms are pulling away from the back. The head is dropping towards the floor. Arms are reaching towards the ground as well. We'll be using the next exhale to soften into the knees, bring the hands down, and 2 big steps back, 1 foot at a time into plank. And here again we feel that strength in the core so that we can lower down with control. And up we go into up dog or cobra. With the next exhale, instead of down dog, we'll take a child's pose. So sit back on your heels, relax the forehead down, and we'll start to come down here. Relax on the floor. Feel the breath that becomes deeper. Observe the gentle rise and fall. With the following breath in, we'll be walking both hands over to the right side, taking a good stretch over there. With the next breath, we'll walk over to the left side. Then carefully back to center, so that you can release the pose. Let's sit down on one side. We'll stretch the legs forward. And here, again to target those hamstrings, we are going to take a deep inhale to grow tall. And then exhale to fold forward. You can relax your feet. This is more of a restorative, relaxing version of a forward fold. So allow the back to round, drop the head. And simply use your breath to soften and deepen into this pose. Instead of pushing ourselves down and forcing the body into the pose, we try to soften also in the elbows into the hands. We'll be taking another deep breath or two. Let's release slowly. And we'll come into a similar forward fold, but with the feet together, sole of the feet together and knees apart. So here, take a moment to adjust. Inhale to grow tall, and exhale again to round the spine. And what I like to do here again is to flip my palms towards the ceiling and relax the elbows, relax the back. After a few breaths, you can also hold on to your feet or your ankles and see if you can go a little bit further. Inhale to come out. Release the pose. Let's now come back down on our back. As you lay down on the floor, you can hug the knees in. Let's take a few rocks side to side. Spread your arms wide and drop the knees over to the right side. And eventually use your right hand to press on the knees. Always very gently, of course. We take a big inhale here. A big exhale to make everything a bit more grounded. And now let's switch to the other side. Knees to the left, head to the right. You notice if there's any difference between left and right side. With the following breath in, come back to center and bring your feet into your hands for a happy baby. And here, I always like to rock it out side to side, getting this good massage for my low back. We'll be taking one final deep breath. With the next exhale, hug the knees in. Lift your head and shoulders towards your legs. Big squeeze before letting go and coming down into Shavasana. Take your time to soften and relax. Take a moment to observe how your body feels now that you're here, fully supported by the floor. Relax every single muscle. Then shift the attention to your breath. Let it expand and relax into your chest and belly. Then again, shift the awareness a little bit deeper into your mind. Letting go of thoughts, ideas, projects that you don't really need right now. And so we clear the mind. We allow ourselves to be grounded and rooted into the present moment. Just for a few seconds. With your next breath in, we're starting to wake up the body. So wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Let's give our legs another nice hug. Squeezing the knees in. And this time, by holding on to the back of the legs, you can take a few rocks forward and back until you come up into a seated position with your legs crossed. Here we rest the hands on our knees, or we'll join the hands at the heart. Let's take a conscious breath in and a conscious breath out. With the next one, if you'd like, you can join me and chant Om with me, or simply listen to it. Again, let's inhale together. Om. Thank you for coming back to practice, for challenging yourself in this one. And I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste. Thank you a lot. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and if you have any questions, leave a comment down below or email me. I have everything linked in the description box below. I'll see you next time, again here on the mat. Namaste.